Welcome back to the channel, fellow thrill seekers. Today, we're diving into the eerie and spine-chilling world of the top 10 haunted places in Australia. If you're into ghost stories, mysterious sightings, and hair-raising locations, then stick around because we've got some real spine-tinglers for you. Let's get started. Number 10. The Devil's Pool, Babinda. Located in Queensland, this serene spot hides a dark secret. The legend of Ulana, an Aboriginal woman who drowned here while chasing after her forbidden lover, haunts the area. Her spirit is believed to lure young men to their deaths. Since 1959, more than 17 people have died in these waters. Locals claim to hear her mournful cries at night, and some even report seeing ghostly hands pulling swimmers under. Imagine standing at the edge of the Devil's Pool, the water eerily still, and hearing the faint cries of Ulana echoing through the night. Dare to take a swim in these treacherous waters? I did. I visited the Devil's Pool last summer, and trust me, the atmosphere was beyond eerie. The local stories still give me chills. Number 9. Port Arthur, Tasmania. This former convict settlement is one of the most haunted places in Australia. Built in the 1830s, it housed some of the most hardened criminals of the British Empire. With over 1,000 reported ghost sightings, it's no wonder visitors feel an eerie presence here. The most infamous spirit is that of Reverend George Eastman, who was reportedly driven mad by the brutal conditions and committed suicide. Visitors have felt cold chills, seen shadowy figures, and heard eerie whispers in the air. Some have even reported feeling an invisible hand touching them. Imagine walking through the darkened building, feeling a sudden chill and hearing whispers around you. A hot spot for paranormal activity, Port Arthur offers ghost tours that reveal its dark and disturbing past. Have you ever been to Port Arthur? Share your spooky stories in the comments. We might just feature them in our next video. Number 8. Monte Cristo Homestead, New South Wales. Known as Australia's most haunted house, Monte Cristo Homestead is a must-visit for ghost hunters. The homestead, built in 1885, has a tragic history involving the Ryan family. Several untimely deaths, including a stable boy who burned to death and a maid who fell from the balcony, add to the home's eerie reputation. The most active spirit is that of Mrs. Crawley, the matriarch, who is said to haunt the house in her Victorian dress. Flickering lights, sudden drops in temperature, and ghostly sightings await you here. People have reported feeling a heavy presence in the rooms and seeing objects move on their own. Those who visit often leave with tales of unexplained events and sightings. Number 7. Freemantle Prison, Western Australia. This grim prison, operational from 1855 to 1991, has seen it all: executions, suicides, and brutal conditions. Built by convict labor, it housed some of Australia's most dangerous criminals. It's no surprise that it's teeming with restless spirits. The most famous ghost is that of Martha Rendell, the last woman hanged in Western Australia, who is said to haunt the prison chapel. Visitors report hearing mysterious voices, footsteps, and even seeing full-bodied ghosts. Some have felt a heavy, oppressive presence while touring the cells. Imagine walking through the dark, narrow corridors and hearing footsteps behind you, only to turn around and find no one there. The prison's dark history comes to life on night tours, where many have experienced the paranormal firsthand. Enter if you dare. Number 6. Aradale Lunatic Asylum, Victoria. Aradale Lunatic Asylum, one of the largest abandoned mental institutions in Australia, opened in 1867 and operated for over 130 years. Housing tens of thousands of patients, it witnessed many tragic and horrifying events. The spirits of former patients and staff are said to haunt its halls. Stories include sightings of ghostly figures, sudden drops in temperature, and the sound of anguished cries echoing through the buildings. The most famous haunt is Nurse Carrie, who is often seen roaming the women's ward. People have reported feeling cold spots and hearing whispers in empty rooms. Imagine exploring the abandoned halls and suddenly feeling an icy touch on your shoulder. Paranormal tours offer a chilling glimpse into the asylum's dark history, making it a top destination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. Number 5. The Princess Theatre, Melbourne. This beautiful theatre has a spooky twist. The ghost of Frederick Federici, an opera singer who died during a performance in 1888, is said to haunt the theatre. Federici was performing the final scene of Faust when he suffered a heart attack and died backstage. Actors and patrons alike have reported seeing his ghostly figure in the audience and backstage. His presence is often felt during performances, with some claiming that he even takes a bow with the cast. Imagine being on stage and feeling an invisible presence next to you. The theater embraces its haunted history, with ghost tours and special events that delve into the paranormal. Number 4. The Rocks, Sydney. This historic area in Sydney is rich with ghost stories, from the spirit of Anne Kirkman, who died tragically during childbirth, to the many ghosts seen wandering the old alleyways. The Rocks is a paranormal hotspot. The area was once a rough and dangerous neighborhood, home to sailors, convicts, and gangs. Ghost tours through the Rocks reveal chilling tales of murder, mystery, and the macabre. Brave souls have reported ghostly encounters, strange sounds, and feelings of being watched. Imagine walking through the narrow, dimly lit alleyways and feeling eyes on you from the shadows. Join a ghost tour to experience it yourself and uncover the haunted history of this iconic area. Number 3. Beechworth Asylum, Victoria. As one of the most haunted locations in Australia, Beechworth Asylum has a dark past of mistreatment and despair. Operational from 1867 to 1995, it housed thousands of patients, many of whom suffered greatly. The asylum is now a popular spot for ghost tours, where visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures, hearing unsettling noises, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. The most famous spirit is that of Matron Sharp, who is said to watch over the former women's ward. People have also reported seeing shadowy figures and feeling sudden cold spots. Imagine exploring the old wards and hearing the faint, sorrowful cries of former patients. This place is not for the faint-hearted, with many leaving tours shaken by their experiences. Number 2. The National Film and Sound Archive, Canberra. This seemingly ordinary building hides a haunted history. Originally an institute for anatomy, it's now known for its ghostly encounters. The building's eerie past includes the dissection of human bodies, and it seems some spirits never left. Staff and visitors have experienced unexplained phenomena, from objects moving on their own to eerie voices echoing through the halls. The ghost of a former director, who is said to be unhappy with the changes to the building, is often spotted roaming the halls. People have also reported feeling an icy presence and seeing shadowy figures in the corners of their eyes. Imagine walking through the quiet halls and hearing the unsettling sound of whispers following you. This location's unsettling atmosphere makes it a fascinating yet creepy destination for paranormal enthusiasts. Number 1. The Quarantine Station, Sydney. This is it, the most haunted place in Australia. The Quarantine Station, where thousands of immigrants were isolated due to diseases like the plague and smallpox, is filled with tragic stories and restless spirits. Over 500 people died here, and their spirits are said to still linger. From shadowy figures to bone-chilling screams, this location is a ghost hunter's dream. Visitors have reported being touched by invisible hands, hearing ghostly footsteps, and seeing ghosts. People have also experienced sudden temperature drops and felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Imagine standing in the building, feeling a cold breath on your neck, and hearing distant screams. The Quarantine Station offers ghost tours that dive into its tragic past, making it a must-visit for those seeking a true haunted experience. And there you have it, the top 10 haunted places in Australia. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more spine-chilling content. Have you ever visited any of these haunted locations? Share your experiences in the comments below. Until next time, stay spooky.